Would you like a skull full of nuts? No, thanks. I'm good. Are you sure? There aren't any other hors d'oeuvres. Okay, just a few. Yeah, so now it's getting real, yo. You can see the sun is just bare, like it's not up yet, but it's starting to get a little light out there. This guy, he's in season 1, I think, of Castlevania Netflix, and when I saw him, ugh. I have to remember the pattern. He's very easy, yeah, if you know the pattern, which is go and duck. If you don't do this, he will mess you up so badly. Ow. Like, look at that. I've been hit, what, twice? And I've lost almost, like, more than half my health. Oh, and then he gets real mad, and you have to get away from him. Like, lead him to the far side of the thing, because if he's next to you, you get hit. And he does a lot of damage. So it's not, you know, it's when you know what you're doing, the boss fight is not hard. It's a rockin' jam. Do you mean this one, or do you mean Vampire Killer? Oh yeah, now I've the weenie. So now I do have to get like right up next to it. Hey. Look at that, one mistake, I lose a quarter of my health. So yeah, when they fought this dude in Netflix thing, I was like, oh no, it's him. You stay back, mister. Oh. And it is partly luck, like, where does he land? Where does he back? Like, no, is he gonna attack right away like that, or back step? So yeah, one of the hardest bosses. Not complicated, but hard. Oh, come on, give me, thank you. That will help a lot. Yeah, you have to duck, like, as he lands, because you have no... He very well might, you know, as you saw, he could just turn around and be like, doop-a-doop, or sometimes he just immediately like, ha! And when he's taking off a quarter of your health, each hit, like that. No time at all for... No. Come on. Yeah, like this time, see, it's going fine because he's mainly backing up instead of attacking. And yeah, he's got a pretty cool explosion there. Anyways, that was just boss number 1 of our boss rush. Luckily, the gargoyle is not very hard. Oh, spoiler alerts, I'm about to fight a gargoyle type. Like, or it's like a demon, it's a demon that looks like, you know, a gargoyle would, I should say. Kind of that impish dinosaur. Oh, I beat him. No, he's back. This time, without skin. And I know there's some strategy, I think, if you, like... Ow. Stay on the right platform, you can hit him without getting hit, but it takes a while, and who's got time for that? Not me. We've got a Dracula to defeat. You're like, oh boy, a second boss. Do I get a power orb? No. You thought you were done? How about fighting death itself? I do like in Symphony of the Night, like the first one you fight is Death, and he's just like, get out of here, you. Now this guy, you do kind of have to play it safe. Because he throws like electro scythes at you. Oh, sickles. And they hurt a lot. Yeah. Ow. Come on. Now do your thing. So, like, if you're normally doing it, he's going around doing this. Okay. Now he does his wub wub. You have to get out for that, because it will hit you right there. Jump. It, however, goes higher the second time. Okay, we have 1 hit point left, so let's play this safer. Well, we have 1 box left. Boxes aren't necessarily 1-to-1, as we've seen with the bosses. So we're just gonna be smart. And then he explodes and sickles and... And then you know it's serious, because now it's doing the intro music. Oh, by the way, super duper secret that I'm gonna totally use. Normally you go up here and you're like, I'm gonna fight Dracula. Well, how would you like to fight Dracula? Fully powered, fully whipped with a triple boomerang. You go, ha! As much meat as you can handle. As much hearts as you can handle. Now where is it? There is a hole right here. Nope, not there. But yeah, you're like, uh-oh, I died against Dracula. Well, look at that, full powered. And I don't care that I'm doing it, because it's fun. Now, before we fight Dracula, I want to take this time to point something out. For those who have played Hollow Knight, people pointed out that Grimm, and especially Nightmare Grimm, if you have that DLC, they asked, like, did you get inspiration from Castlevania? Because it kind of seems like you did. And they were like, no, we took inspiration from things like Dark Souls and stuff like that. For those who have done the Nightmare Grimm fight, you are going to notice that like 80% of his stuff is basically just a faster, hits harder version of what Dracula does here. Now, yeah, you gotta hit him in the head only. Can't hit him anywhere else. So like that, teleporting, throwing fire out his cape. How do I do this? And I have to like hit it and... There we go. You can't just jump over the fire because then it splits and upwards instead. And here is also why the cross is the best weapon, because you can get multiple hits in the Dracula fight. My flailing didn't work. Yeah, so here's, you know, the same as Grimm's teleport. Now, he doesn't do a big turning into an orb, but look at that, an orb that sprays out stuff. I don't remember, does Grimm summon bad guys, or is that a Dracula specific? He does this instead of the melee. Go away, flame. heads. Yeah, there can only be 2. Yes, the cloak animation is basically the same. I mean, granted, it is like the cool way of doing a cloak where you're just like, ha! Camera's the other way. You know, ha! You know, flinging it open and fire coming out. But yeah, it's, you know, for people who are, when they're like, no, we didn't do any Castlevania stuff. Does Grimm summon blood bugs that kamikaze? I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've A, played Hollow Knight, B, even longer since I've done the Grimm fight. I did it once, and then I was like, okay, I'm good. I mean, also just because, like, story-wise, I'd rather, you know, banish him than let him keep the cycle going, but... And now Dracula gets real mad. And you know it's super serious because it's the first level music. Ow. Yeah, and there's Grimm's... You know, Grimm summons up, like, thorn pillars. Or what, you know, spike pillars, whereas Dracula summons lightning that comes down. But it's the same thing. It gives you a very quick notification of where you should not be. Whoops. And there endeth the quest for Dracula. He fell off a castle. And Dracula's like, oh, okay. Yes, for those who say there's no similarities between Castlevania and Grimm, I say baloney, good sir. Or ma'am. Or vampire being. Yeah, that's what the fire does. Try and jump above it. Now you know. Also, the boomerang is nice for this fight because, you know, even if you throw it the wrong way, you'll at least get a hit as it comes back. Give me meat. Meat orb. Oh, I thought I timed that perfectly. That said, now that I'm not, you know, explaining things, the fight is going a lot better. But that can be also a strategy of, you know, when... If you haven't destroyed the fire, or at least, you know, all of it, leave one of them up as he's summoning, and then it, you know, it only summons the one. Also, I can't really do it here, but for the YouTube... Oh, dang it. I was gonna just do a, you know, a close-up on his face, but hey, I wanted that. Like, despite the fact that it's 16-bit and also really small, like, you look at this face and you're like, oh, okay, vampire dude. Yeah, give me the orb. Thank you. Hello. And now you look at his face. And it's super creepy. Like, he's like, blah, with like, just in that little space. They make him into the creepy vampire master that he is. How do you like a cross in your creepy face? Huh? Yeah. And then he puts his, like, normal face on. Oh, look at that. Yeah, burning in the sun. Except that one. Hey, you stay away from me, buddy. Because, of course, as we know, it might have said something about 100 years. I'm not sure. But Dracula will be back again. It'd be kind of fun to go through all the Castlevania games. Look at them thighs. Woo! And now credits. And it's fun credits. Because I like credits where it's like showing you go through the game. Well, I mean, it's not you, no, it's showing the progress of how the game. Have I played all of them before? No, not at all. I've played very few Castlevanias. Done Super Castlevania, Symphony of the Night. There was another... Maybe it was Dracula X, which was also just kind of a remake of the first one. The Castlevania 64, which had a very great intro violin scene. The game itself was kind of The controls were kind of weird. Is no Mario 64, we'll say. But it has an amazing, just haunting violin intro. And it's fun. Okay, spoilers for Castlevania 64 for anyone who cares, which I'm guessing at this point no one does. But, like, you fight other bad guys, and, like, you have to, you know, go fast enough so that the one good guy isn't turned into a vampire. So that's one thing I didn't like about it, is that you're on a time limit that it doesn't even tell you about. Because it's just, if you take too long to get to the end of the game, the guy will be a vampire. And you have to kill him. But yeah, you, like, fight Dracula or something. Either way, there's this little kid, and I forget if the kid was always Dracula or if he gets possessed, but, like, it's kind of cool at the end, like, because even in the good ending, you're, like, riding back and you have, like, the kid that you rescued in tow, and, like, you know, they say something witty and it, you know, zooms in on his eyes, which have, like, you know, the red or whatever. Like, whoa, he's actually Dracula. And I don't remember if he's actually Dracula or if Dracula possesses you. Yeah, they don't tell you. Like, I mean, they might tell you, like, if you get to the end and, like, you took too long to get here. But they don't tell you at the start, where you're like, oh, by the way, one of the good guys is gonna turn evil if you don't get there before sunrise, I think. It's okay, but it's not the greatest. Yeah, otherwise I've read a lot of Castlevania lore, but I've not played a bunch of Castlevania games. To be fair, I've played what I think are probably the two... I mean, okay, the original Castlevania I should do for Nintendo, because that's, you know, the definitive Castlevania, as it was Castlevania. But I'd say there are probably 3 Castlevania games, I guess. The first one because it's the first one. This one because of it's a better version of the first one and has the full motion whip. And then Symphony of the Night, which is the, you know, it's sort of that which gave the term Metroidvania. It put the Vania in Metroidvania. I mean, I guess now with Netflix, Castlevania 2 is kind of important because that's where that was the story of Trevor and Sypha and Alucard going to fight Dracula. And basically the first 2 seasons of Netflix are Castlevania 2 and Symphony of the Night. So I guess that one's more important now, but... I don't have as much desire to do that as I still sometimes want to do every Zelda game in chronological order. And then just, you know, pick a thing at the time split. But that takes so long. Like, I'd have to stop all other games and just do nothing but that. Which, you know, could be fun, but... Well, yes, now there's the new Richter Netflix one. I forget if it's Richter that you see in Symphony of the Night, or if that's someone else. I don't remember. There's one of the Belmonts. You basically do like a super powered version of the previous game's boss fight, and then it cuts to Alucard. So that is Super Castlevania. One of the greatest Castlevania games as far as I'm concerned. One of the greatest Super Nintendo games. Like, yeah, it's not a epic RPG the way, you know, people say Super Nintendo and people say Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI, Super Mario World type of stuff, but I think Super Castlevania is one of the definitive Super Nintendo games. Well, okay, so why on earth would anyone doing a Metroidvania not claim to be inspired by Castlevania? That's just silly. No, they were specifically talking about the fight against Grimm, or Nightmare Grimm. I forget what the context of the question was. Not that they were like, Castlevania doesn't inspire Metroidvanias. Like, they didn't say that. It's just people specifically said, hey, this Grimm stuff looks a lot like Dracula. And like, obviously he's a bug version of Dracula. And they were like, no, we were really going for Dark Souls stuff, not... But... I don't know. However, we still have half the stream left, so I'm gonna do it on hard mode now. But yeah, it's basically, hard mode is just... I think it's just there are more enemies. I mean, like, even now you can see, like... So, yes. Sorry, I can't share a picture of the instruction book because I don't have one handy. But the weapon I have now is called the Boomerang. The item that destroys all things is a... in Japan, it's a Rosario. Presumably, it is Rosary in English. And it wouldn't be a crucifix anyways, because I did see on the fandom.com site a picture from the instruction book, and it does not have a depiction of the crucifixion. It is just the cross without a Jesus on it, therefore it would not be a crucifix. Thanks, etymology. So, if they did in fact call it a rosary, okay, that makes sense, I guess. I mean, they should still call it a cross, but they definitely just calling this a boomerang and not, you know, boomerang cross or whatever. Go away, evil hedgehog. How dare you hog all the hedges? Get away. Zombie. Is your eye hanging out of your head? Well, it's a good thing they took crosses off the grave and put a toga on those statues. One wanted to detract from all these eyes hanging out of zombie heads. I don't know about you, but when I'm feeling down and out, I just go back to that old remedy grandma used to say, which is just, you know, break some candles and eat the haunch of meat that comes out of them. That'll make you feel right as rain. Blork, lork. Like, that guy still has blood tears, so why, you know... I guess just a level full of blood was just too much blood, I guess. I think I just said, I guess, too many times. I guess. Ow. That guy hurts. It's a game full of monsters and demons and ghosts and skeletons and... Who am I having a problem with? A guy with a bat just wailing on me. He's like, oi, back up, bomp. Like, ow, stop that. No, bomp. Why does that bird dislike me? Says, I saw what you did with that drumstick. I'm sorry. No, you're not. You'll do it again. I know it. Only you can prevent waterfall fires. And you're doing a bad job of it, so I'm gonna have to punish you. Giant skull. I mean, I know it's, like, supposed to be a parasite or something, but they kind of look like nuts, like almonds or something. Would you like a skull full of nuts? No, thanks, I'm good. Are you sure? There aren't any other hors d'oeuvres. Okay, just a few. I am going to be pressing it a little close on time. Never mind, I'm fine. What were you worried about? Warp, 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 warp. You have a very lovely singing voice, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dance on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Swinging in on another adventure, Simon Belmont has entered Dracula's castle. Will he find the fiendish vampire? Will he make it off these chandeliers? Find out next time. Go away. Go, like, serve this guy some hors d'oeuvres or something. Would you like a canapé? We have blood mimosas. Blood pudding. Blood sausage. You have anything without any blood? Well, we do have a glass of straight up blood. That has less blood? Oh, less blood. I'm sorry. I'm not used to that request. Okay, gotta be careful here. All these bats trying to ruin my day. Ow. So, hard mode is essentially just unrelenting bats, the game. Ring around the coffin. Pocket full of poffin berries. Because we're playing Pokemon Go in Dracula's castle. I definitely know someone watching this. Oh. I definitely know someone watching this at some point would be all about playing Pokemon Go in Dracula's castle. Whipping onto the pillar. Simon Belmont has defeated the dancers, but where will he swing to next? Find out right now. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing. That quote doesn't actually work with this because I don't remember the full. I think Alexander Pope. From a poem a long time ago. And I want to say it's Alexander Pope. And, you know, most people know a little knowledge is a dangerous thing, which, you know, some people get of it's specifically a little knowledge. But then also some people are just like, knowledge is a dangerous thing, which is not true because the rest of the quote is, you're fine if you're dumb. If you get a little bit of knowledge, you're gonna get yourself in trouble. So then you get a lot of knowledge and then you're fine again. Alright, it's gonna bother me if I don't look it up. To be fair, it's been like, when was that class? 17. It's been 15 years. No, it's been longer. It's been 19 years. Since I read that. Oh, I didn't want that. Oh, I didn't want that. So the fact that I remember that at all, 19 years on, should be good enough. But it's not good enough. Pierian spring. There we go. A little learning is a dangerous thing. Drink deep or taste not the Pierian spring. Their shallow draughts intoxicate the brain, and drinking largely sobers us again. Still thought it was knowledge, not learning, but apparently I'm wrong. That's okay to be wrong. See, I learned a little bit. and was incorrect and got myself in trouble by misquoting it. And then I learned more by looking it up, and now I'm fine, because now I know the truth and have corrected myself. What he's saying is, when it comes to knowledge, go big or go home. Now those skulls in the background, they're a familiar face. We saw them as lanterns in the other level. Hello, good to see you again. We're on break. Say, it's not just a torture room for people, it's also like a torture dungeon for whoever designed it. They're just like, what do you want in here? I want spikes, okay? What else you want? More spikes. Okay, yeah, you want some fire? No, more spikes. Like, please, let me do something besides spikes. No. It is torture. Please, might I have a meat orb? Now, here's a question. Why does Dracula have this gigantic treasure vault? Like, what's he using the money for? He's Dracula. It's not like he has to pay a contractor for his castle. Cloaks. Well, we do know that cloaks are the best part of being Dracula. Get over there before it gets too high. Because I'm gonna say, like, if you need renovations, you either fresh cow blood for decor. Yeah, but I mean, like, he's Dracula. He could just take this stuff. Why is he paying for it? That's what I want to know. It's like, my castle needs a new room. Well, okay, just... Oh, I didn't want that. Candles. Well, yeah. I am certainly destroying a lot of them. But again, why is he paying? Either, like, he gets a demon skeleton to just make some for him for free, or he goes to, like, the local town and says, "Hi, I'm Dracula." And they're like, "Oh no." It's like, "You're gonna make me some candles." And like, "I really don't want to." And it's like, "Well, your other option is I'm going to eat your face off." And they're like, you know what? I'll make some candles for you, buddy. And because this is the scary Dracula, he probably kills them anyway. He has gold just so he can gold plate his skeletons. Other demons are like, aha. I'm the Wendigo. I eat people and their flesh during the winter. And he's like, I mean, I drink blood. He's like, well, that's not that impressive. He says, well, you might not find that impressive, but do you have gold-plated skeletons? And the Wendigo's like, no. Dracula says, that's right. I guess maybe it's just part of the look. Like, you know, you have a castle. You have a really awesome cloak. You have just Scrooge McDuck styles, Scrooge McDuck like levels of wealth. Just swim in. Not because you want to, but just because you can. That's probably he's killed his normal providers, so he'd have to go way out of the way. It's the delivery driver that schleps them all. I mean, I just thought his bats would get them all. Oh, here's what I was talking about. This jump right here, if you don't have a sub-weapon, it's near impossible. Because, like, you swing up there and he just goes, ugh, and hits you back, and you can't really hit him from below. Yeah, I mean, all these bats, I think they were the delivery drivers. Candle for you, Mr. Dracula. That's why there's so many of them on hard mode, because we went through on normal mode and destroyed them all. So now all the bats came back with their candles. Can't carry heavy stuff as a bat. There's only so many per square inch and still fly. I mean, if a swallow can carry a coconut, a bat can carry a candle. Oh, I see that guy up there. So maybe this is how you do it. Yeah. Castlevania secrets revealed. But Oh, choking. Choking is not how you sing that song. Take me back. It's cool how they do this pseudo 3D. Like, I mean, it's just moving you back and forth, but, you know, it's treating it as if you're on the thing going around it. And I think that's neat. Hit you in the toe. How do you like it? I've stubbed my toe to death. I'll stub your toe to death. Ah, yes. That good old classic song, Vampire Killer. No one would forget the name of that. There, now we're even, buddy. Except I guess your even is more than mine, because you, ow, took a hit. Turned you into a pile of bones. Where's all that skin and muscle going now, huh? Meanwhile, Death is like, what's that about skin and muscle? You have some? I can take that from you. That scene right there is kind of whatever I think of when people walk down spooky corridors and lights just kind of whoosh on as they go by. For me, that right there is the epitome of spooky corridor lights turning on. Hey, Dracula, we're backula. Gonna give you a smackula. Let's hope we didn't make him too mad. I think we did. Yeah, yeah. Wah, 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 yeah. Hit those bats. Hit them good. Why leave the last bat alone? I don't know. I don't know if you didn't see it. Or you like, you mean right now, just me whipping indiscriminately? I threw a boomerang at it. I mean, I think the curse of Dracula, it didn't matter. Even if you killed the bat, he'd come back later. Also recall, as I said at the beginning, this is an alternate version anyway. It's like maybe this is the telling where they're like, and he destroyed all the bats, but one got away, which is why they still exist today. Oh. Bat designer, Batman. Presented by Konami. Simon Belmont, played by himself. Dracula, played by Vlad Tepes. Wardrobe by the Transylvanian Clothing Society for historical preservation. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for those who watch it on YouTube. Thanks to Belmont for protecting the world from Dracula's curse, and thanks to the bats for delivering us candles. We couldn't do it without you. What he's saying is, when it comes to knowledge, go big or go home.